Hey guys, I came up with an idea that I think might help. I've noticed that some of the masks people are making don't fit very well because they're no more than a face veil because it doesn't have this shaping in the nose part. So what I did was came up with a little slot that you could insert a piece in, and I know a lot of people on YouTube are using pipe cleaners. I know that you can also bend these bobby pins because they've got that end that's nice, and I think it'll launder well, into a U shape that can be custom bent into this shape. So what I did was I started with a rectangle that was 9.5 by 7, and I sewed them together with a layer of interlining. I'm using an old flannel there. I put that one together with the back, this one on top. I sewed across the top and the bottom, and then turned it and pressed it. And then I pleated the edges so that this distance on the adult mask is 2.5 inches. On the child mask, it's about 2.25. The dimensions of this are 6 by 6.25, with the 6 being the height. I sewed it together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I pleated it up. I bound the edges with a piece of bias, a very skinny one, and then those became the straps as well, and they're like a 1/4 inch. And then after I finished sewing it, I top stitched a layer all the way around close to the edge. Then I went through and I measured how long my U shape needed to be, inserted that in. I made, with my seam ripper, I cut the stitch there and along the edge. And then I also stitched another channel with bar tacking at each end so that I'd have a slot that's pretty tight fitting for one of these to slip inside of. And then I just stitched shut my opening where I got in there. That way it could be bent. But if you're making these to donate, I mean, if you're trying to keep your germs from leaving your mask and getting on other people, keeping it tight around your face at that point might be useful. If your glasses are fogging up, it pretty much means that all of your breathing is coming up by your eyeballs. That's my whole hint. Thanks, it's Jenny.